some sourdough chocolate chip cookies, brown butter sourdough chocolate chip cookies for my nephew's birthday, and I just thought, why not film it real quick? So I only have a little bit of time, 20 minutes. So let's see if we can really get this done. And also not knock over my phone in the process. My tripod broke, and so I'm dealing with propping my phone up on other surfaces. So in here, I already have my browned butter, which if you don't, I really only recently figured out what this was, which is sad, but it's just butter that you cook until it turns brown. To this brown butter, I'm adding my sugar, my brown sugar. I am out of brown sugar, so I have to make some real quick. It's just sugar and molasses. So this bag of sugar, it is a 10-pound bag that I got on Amazon for $12, which is the best price that I could find on sugar, period. And actually I didn't find it, my husband did, but I'm just gonna mix this up. It does take a second to come together. I also, when I'm doing this, I will definitely err on the side of more molasses than not enough, because I have before in the past had to buy dark brown sugar because they were like, my store was just out of light brown sugar, and I did not notice a difference in my recipes when I did that. So the way I figure, if I add too much molasses in here, that will be fine because I've already used dark brown sugar before. But if I don't add enough, that might alter the flavor, because then it would just be like more white sugar. And really, I'm only doing this because I keep forgetting to buy brown sugar. I just realized you can't see the actual brown sugar. You can probably hear the TV too in the background that I didn't turn off, but this would have come together a lot quicker if I didn't have to make that brown sugar. Okay, get that out of the way. Mix this. Starter eggs. Tip that I have, actually I just learned it watching other people do YouTube, but instead of sifting the dry ingredients together, I will put them all together on top of the wet ingredients, and you can give it a little stir. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Mix that together a little bit, and then just go ahead and mix it like all at one time. It's nice because it allows you to just use one bowl. All right, one thing I'm noticing is this is a little, you can't see it. The dough is a tiny bit oily, more than it usually seems. And that's because, I think anyway, I did not let the butter cool before I used it. Normally I do, but I was in a hurry this morning, which is not the end of the world. Like, it'll be fine, I can tell by the texture. I, right now, do not have chocolate chips, but that's okay. I knew that before I started this. And I'm just gonna have my husband pick some up on his way home from work and then add them in later. But I wanted to get this started even without that because I want it to ferment as long as possible. And we need these for tomorrow morning. So that's where I'm at right now. I'll add the chocolate chips in later, and then I like to scoop it out into balls and then put it in the fridge before I bake them. I'm not sure if I'll get to baking them tonight or tomorrow morning, but either way, that's where we're at right now. And I'll see you when we have the chocolate chips and ready to put back in, unless I forget to film that, and then I'll see you when I'm baking them. Okay, so I don't really have to record me tasting these because I already know that they're good. I've made them a million times, but I don't really feel like it's fair to make something on here and not taste it to like double check. They're so good. So I have on here a very wide range for the baking time. I put 8 to 12 minutes. If you refrigerate them, you probably want them to bake a little longer than that, maybe even. I like mine almost underdone. Like, I don't know if that shows up properly, but they are like golden on the bottom, but they're so barely done because they stay softer longer that way. And that's how I like them. And I have not met anybody, honestly, this is probably almost rude to say online, but I've not met anybody that doesn't like my cookies and the way that I bake them when I bring them to stuff, like the next day or whatever. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's how I like it anyway. So that's what I do. If you like a crunchier cookie or like, you know, one that breaks or more suitable for milk or whatever, then you just want to bake it a little bit longer. But that's how I like mine. And if you try this, let me know. Comment down below, let me know if you liked this video, if you liked the recipe, and hopefully I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.